Julie Ryan, noted psychic and medical intuitive, is ready to answer your personal questions, even those you never knew you could ask. For more than 20 years, as she's developed and refined her intuitive skills, Julie used her knowledge as a successful inventor and businesswoman to help others. Now, she wants to help you grow, heal, and get the answers you've been longing to hear. Do you have a question for someone who's transitioned? Do you have a medical issue? What about your pet's health or behavior? Perhaps you have a loved one who's close to death and you'd like to know what's happening. Are you on the path to fulfill your life's purpose? No matter where you are in the world, take a journey to the other side and ask Julie Ryan.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Ask Julie Ryan show. I'm Julie, your host, and I'm so delighted you could join us this week. My intention in doing this show is to provide information, insight, and comfort to people all around the world by helping to answer life's unanswerable questions. And we have several people who've called in already, and they're on hold, so we'll get to them in just a second. Just wanted to give you a little bit of an update from the Deep South here in the middle of summertime. It has been a really fun, busy week for me. Last weekend, I got to go wedding dress shopping with my son Jonathan's fiancée, Mallory, on Saturday, and she tried on probably 15 wedding dresses and looked amazing in every one. She's been working out like a fiend. The wedding isn't until May, but she just looked amazing in everything she had on. Her figure was just fantastic. And I know I'm dating myself saying that, but I told her, I said, you look like a 1940s curvy movie star, and from the golden era of the movies. So that was fun. And then on Sunday, got to meet with her wedding planner for several hours, because we're going to do the rehearsal dinner, of course, as the parents of the groom, and then the wedding will be Saturday night, and then we're going to have a big brunch at our house on Sunday morning. So this wedding planner is going to help do our stuff as much as the wedding. And you guys, she is hilarious. She's just a doll. Her name's Miss Terry, and she reminds me of Paula Deen. You know, the cook that was on the Food Network. Oh my gosh, Southern accent, you just want to hug her. And she was saying things like, now, girl, you just can't do that. And Mallory would suggest something, and she'd say, well, Lord have mercy. So I was dying laughing, and I think they looked at me like I was half nuts. But oh my gosh, what a find. Miss Terry from Birmingham, Alabama, is a wedding planner, and she's a retired school teacher. So that was just a blast, doing that and planning all that stuff, the flowers and all that jazz. So then Tuesday afternoon, Jonathan flew in from L.A. He's got a few days off, so he's here with us. And today is Tim's birthday. So I'm going to meet my men at a restaurant when I'm done with the show. They're going to go early and go ahead and order appetizers and stuff to celebrate Tim's birthday. But it's just been nonstop. Oh, I forgot. Last night, Jonathan and I went to, with Mallory's parents, to listen to this band that's going to play at their wedding. And Mallory's at Auburn in vet school, and she's on this crazy internal medicine rotation that she's working like from 6 in the morning until late at night, and then has paperwork when she comes home. So I told Jonathan, I said, I'm really grateful that people are willing to put themselves through that to be doctors and vets and that kind of stuff, because, oh my gosh, crazy hours. So it's been wild, and then I've been working too in between all of this. So it's been just a fun, busy week for me, and I hope you guys are all enjoying your summers as well. Okay, so I'll be giving you wedding updates as we get closer to the date and stuff happens. It's just very fun. All right, so let's go to the phones, and let's see who our first caller is. I believe it's Ella. So, hi, Ella. Hi, Ella.
Hi.
How are ya?
Hi.
How you doing?
Good.
Good. Please tell everybody where you're calling from.
Chehalis, Washington.
Okay, what's that near?
Huh?
What's that close to?
It's a half hour from Olympia.
Okay, terrific. Well, good. Well, do you have a question for me?
Yeah, I have a question about one of my chickens that died a couple years ago.
Okay.
I was wondering if she because I felt like because it was my fault and she I kind of let her down or something.
Oh. Well, what happened?
She got attacked in the middle of the night by some animal, and she ended up getting a hernia, and we had to put her down.
Oh, I'm sorry. How awful. Well, what was her name?
Snuggle.
Snuggle. I love it. All right. Ella, how old are you?
13.
Terrific. And how many chickens do you have?
9.
Wow. Do they lay eggs or are they the rooster chickens?
Some lay eggs and some don't.
Terrific. Okay, so what do you want to ask Snuggle?
I wanted to ask her if she if I had a part in her death.
No, you didn't. And the no came out before the question was even all the way asked. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. But her little spirit is around you all the time. She's standing right next to you on your right. And when I see the most animals around people, Ella, is when they're dying. And all of the animals that have been your pets throughout your whole life, hopefully you'll die when you're really old. Maybe let's say you die at 150. Maybe you'll be 150 when you die. And every animal that's been a pet, whether it's a dog or a chicken or a duck or a goat or whatever, their little spirits are going to all be with you there as you're getting ready to go to heaven. It's really cool when I see that, when somebody's dying and there are a bunch of farm animals in the room, and I describe it to the family, and then they'll tell me what their names were. So Snuggle will be there with you, and she's with you now. Her little spirit will be with you for the rest of your life. Okay?
Okay.
All right. So thanks for calling in. Are you having a fun summer?
Yeah.
Good. All right, girl. Well, take care and call us back another time.
Okay, bye. Thank you.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. I've never had a chicken question before on this show, so that was great. I appreciate you calling in, Miss Ella. Okay, our next caller is Katie. Hi, Katie.
Hi.
How are ya?
I'm good. How are you?
Terrific. Thanks. Where are you calling us from?
Good. I'm calling from Michigan.
Okay, whereabouts?
Just north of Lansing.
Okay, great. Well, what's going on up there? Michigan's beautiful in the summertime. I don't like that white stuff very well in the wintertime, but it's beautiful in the summer.
Yeah, it's been nice. Yeah.
Cherries? Are the cherries in? Are they harvesting cherries? Isn't Michigan known for those cherries?
Yep, up in Traverse City. I don't. This is bad, but I don't know if I don't think it's quite yet.
Yeah,
well,
I didn't know if they had them down near you too.
No, not really.
Okay. It's so cold up there in the upper part of the state. I don't know how they grow anything, but
yeah.
but they do, obviously. So, well, do you have a question for me?
Yeah. So my family and I were out of state on vacation over the 4th, and we got a call from our neighbor 2 nights after, on our second or third night that we were there. And she had heard our sump pump going off. And, so we called a family member to go over there, and it turns out that there was one of our pipe bursts in our bathroom. And so our bathroom, it was our master bed, all the bedrooms, and the kids' bathroom, and then out into the living room a little bit. So basically the back half of our house was flooded. And then it kind of was raining down into the basement. And anyway, so our insurance company, we had tried, we took care of it right away by reporting the claim and everything. And we asked if we should come home, and they said, well, the goal is for you to not have to come home. So we thought we were handling it over the phone pretty well. We, we had a contractor friend come over, and he met with the insurance adjuster, and they kind of, the insurance company has just been kind of difficult. They were basically arguing with him on his recommendations and trying to cut corners, we felt at least. And my husband's also in construction, so he knows the basics of our restoration. So anyway, we were told that we could still live in the house, and so we got home that following Saturday, and I mean, all the bedroom carpet was torn up. Everything was in our living room. So we basically had a kitchen, a sunroom, and a half bath. And we were expecting to be able to stay there, and the house smelled like mildew.
Oh, I'm sure.
So from there, I called a new restoration company, and he came out and just he seemed extremely knowledgeable. But at that point, it had been so long, he was worried about mold and all this. And this is a brand new house. We built it 3.5 years ago.
Oh, boy.
So anyway, I guess I have a couple different questions. One is, our new restoration guy, is he, I guess, the right guy for the job, and is he being honest and trustworthy? I feel like.
Can you give me his first name, Katie?
His first name is Tim.
So, is Tim the Restoration Man? It sounds like Tool Time Tim or something, like a TV show. What was that show that that comedian was in? Tim Allen?
Yeah, Home Improvement.
Tim, something, wasn't it? All right, so is Tim the Restoration Man? Well, let's put it this way. Is it in Katie's best interest to use Tim the Restoration Man to repair and restore her home that was flooded? Okay, I'm getting a yes on that at this moment in time, so I believe he's trustworthy.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry. Okay, so our claim has gotten pretty escalated with just the way it's gone on, and how it didn't start out being dried properly, and so then it turned to mold and all this, and everybody we're telling friends and family and coworkers about the situation, and the first thing they say is, you guys need a public adjuster because the insurance company shouldn't be handling it this way. Can you tell me if that is something that we may need as a public adjuster? Or
I don't even know what a public adjuster is.
They basically so there's the insurance adjuster, but then there's, I don't know if it's the same as like an independent adjuster, but basically they work for you and they advocate for you, and they claim they know they know it all. So they can fight for things in your policy that you might not be aware of.
And then you pay them out of pocket, kind of like an inspector when you get a new house kind of thing?
So you pay them a percentage of what you get from your claim.
What percentage?
You pay them usually around 10%.
Okay, so is it in Katie's best interest to use a public adjuster? I'm getting a yes again before the question's out. Yeah. And you're smart, because mold can make you and your family really sick. So do not stay in that house. And when you go in there, go to the Home Depot or someplace and get some masks to wear when you're in there.
Yeah.
Because you guys don't want to be doing that. And get new furniture and new carpeting and stuff, because those mold spores get in everything. Everything that's cloth.
Yeah. So Tim is. He seems to be pretty on it, and so he tells us, at this point in time, it's not necessary to get a public adjuster because we don't have the results back from the industrial hygienist and the forensic engineer. So he's telling us to basically just hold off, wait until we can figure out exactly what we want or what we need to do, and see how the insurance company cooperates. But are you saying that right now we need one, or we're going to real soon, or before the end of this is over?
So to me, I would think, and this is just me, I would think you get all those tests back, you submit a claim, you see what they come back. It's always open for negotiation. I would get a lawyer involved as well. I think you need a lawyer advising you along the way.
Really?
In addition to the public adjuster. Yeah. Schedule a private session if you can, Katie. Go to AskJulieRyan.com and schedule a private session. Let's go through this, bit by bit, because you got a lot going on. And I'm going to be able to scan your house, and I'll tell you where the mold is in your house, so that you guys may be thinking the mold's one place. I'm going to be able to see where it's spread, without tearing out walls. So it's going to help you with that. So schedule a private session. Let's do that.
Okay, that's what I was going to ask if you could scan it, but you might not have time.
I need to get to some other callers that are on hold, but I think schedule a private session. Let's go through this and talk for an hour and do a deep dive, so that you guys can, really be armed with the information that you're going to need to get the best outcome. Okay.
But as of now, you can tell a public adjuster and lawyer should be involved.
I believe so. Does it make sense to hire the public adjuster right now? No. Does it make sense to hire the public adjuster when you get the test results back? I get a yes. Yeah.
Okay.
So, but I would schedule a private session. We'll do a game plan. We'll strategize. I'll be able to give you some inside information that will help you by scanning.
Okay. And how much is it for that?
It's $155 for an hour.
Okay. Do you think it'll take that long, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
So just go to my site, AskJulieRyan.com, and you'll see the button to schedule a private consult. Okay, girl?
Okay.
Good luck.
Right, thank you.
All right, talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Mm-hmm. Bye.
All righty, let's see who we have next. I believe our next caller is Jillian. Hi, Jillian.
Hi, Julie. This is Jillian, and
how are you?
I'm doing wonderful, and I am calling from just north of Atlanta.
Hi, girl.
Yeah, doing good. I have a question. Trying to keep my emotions intact here. My daughter-in-law, she lost her father suddenly last Saturday.
Oh.
It was very unexpected. And she was a real daddy's girl.
Uh-huh.
So, at any rate, I was just wondering, if there was any messages. And I was also wondering, her mom we always thought her mom would go first because she's not in very good health. And I was just wondering if you had any messages, and why did he choose to go first? And if there's any signs that she should be looking for that let her know that he's with her. I know he's with her all the time, but if there was anything, evidential, I guess, or something.
Okay, what's your daughter-in-law's name, Jillian?
Oh, I'm sorry. Her name is Kelly, and her dad's name was Pete.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect to you, and from you to Kelly, and then we'll connect to Pete through Kelly. Okay? So it's going to be like the old telephone game where we just, hook up everybody. So how I do this, for those of you that are first-time listeners, I raise my vibration level, my vibrational level, to the level of spirit, because we're all bodies with a spirit inside. We're spirits in a body having a human experience. And when we're in our bodies, we vibrate more slowly just because the body has mass. So by raising my vibrational level, I'm able to connect with Jillian's spirit in Atlanta. She's only 2 hours from me, so it'll be a quick connection. And then I'm going to connect from her to her daughter-in-law, Kelly, and then we'll get Kelly's dad into the conversation. So here we go. My laser beam. My eyes are closed. I'm watching a laser beam in my head, my mind's eye. Head from Sweet Home, Alabama, here in Birmingham, over to you, Miss Jillian, in hot Atlanta. Okay, got you. Okay, now it's bouncing over to Kelly. Okay, and Pete's standing right next to her. So questions for Pete.
Why did he go first? And
She's just saying it was his time. It was his time.
Okay.
We all choose when we go, how we go, where we go, who's with us when we go, all of that.
Mm-hmm.
Our spirits choose all of that. So his response was it was time. So go ahead.
Okay. And does he have any messages for Kelly?
Okay. He came in with something while you were asking that question, Jillian, and what he said was he needed to go first so that he can help his wife when she goes. What's her name?
Oh, Patty.
Patty. I see that a lot. You know, when sometimes, like, especially when a child goes before a parent, it's interesting because I'll see the child there as the parent's transitioning, and it's really obvious that the child's helping that person transition. So that's what he just told me, was he needed to go first to help Patty transition. So does he have anything to tell Kelly? Something about her mom needs a lot of care and to call in help when she needs it, and that she's going to try and do most. Is she an only child?
I think she may have a sister, but I don't know if they're not in state or anything.
Okay, so he's saying that she's gonna try and do everything herself, and that she needs to bring in help because it's too much for her by herself.
Okay.
And when her mom starts, looking like she's dying or she's transitioning, to absolutely call in hospice, no hesitation. Because he said that Kelly will be hesitant about calling in hospice because it's kind of like admitting that, her mom's dying, but that it's really important, and maybe you can help her with that.
Okay.
And then hospice isn't just, he's saying hospice isn't just for, the last few days. It can be for the last 6 months, year, or whatever, and be really helpful.
Great.
Other questions for Pete?
His body is going to be cremated, but they're going to have a viewing, and I was just curious, does he want to be in a golf shirt or his UGA shirt?
He said golf shirt, but let's ask him if he wants to be in a UGA golf shirt. He's saying yes.
He says he wants to be in his UGA golf shirt? I mean, his UGA shirt?
UGA golf shirt. So get him a golf shirt with a UGA logo on it. Does he have a UGA golf shirt?
He probably does.
Oh, my God. Funny. My husband will probably be buried in an Alabama shirt.
Yeah.
I get that. Yeah.
So, my husband in an Auburn one.
I know. I got it.
The way they are. Yeah.
Jonathan and Melanie are going to have shakers at their wedding, and he's Alabama and she's Auburn, and so they're going to have blue and orange shakers for Auburn and red and white for Alabama. Crazy.
Perfect. I love it. My only other question is, are there any specific signs that Kelly could look for that she would know that are specifically from Pete?
He's talking about the color yellow. When she sees the color yellow, he wants her to know that he's thinking of her. And he's telling me to tell you, to tell her, that anything that's yellow that she sees, it might be on a car, how trucks are painted different colors. It may be wall color. It may be a drape. It may be a dress. It may be yellow, which is interesting.
Okay.
That's random. I don't know that I've heard that before. But he's saying whenever she sees yellow, regardless of where she sees it, to know he's thinking of her. And he's with her all the time. He's with her mom.
Right.
He's with other family members that are still alive. He said that you can be a tremendous support to her, and he appreciates you doing that. He's all about this hospice thing for his wife.
Okay.
So there's some resistance there on that that's gonna possibly come up.
Okay.
Future events, Jillian, I think we've talked about this before. Future events have so many variables that we can't even comprehend all the possible outcomes. So just kind of keep that in the back of your mind when the time comes to encourage her to call in hospice. He's all about that.
Okay. Great.
Okay.
Thank you.
Well, my condolences to you and her and the whole family, and I'm glad you're there to support her.
She's got 2 little young ones. The last time we saw them was just like 2 weeks ago with the grandbabies of her first birthday. And then they've got one that's just fixing to be 3. So, of course, she's upset about him not being around with them growing up and everything.
Sure.
But,
sure.
So we're helping out where we can.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, have you read my book, Jillian?
I have not. Not
Angelic
yet.
Attendance.
I've seen it. It's in my Amazon wish list.
Yeah, get it on tape. It's only 4 hours long. Get it through Audible or one of those. Okay. And I listen to audiobooks all the time. I do it when I'm walking, when I'm driving, when I'm cooking dinner, when I'm folding laundry. It goes so much faster. Because if I waited to read a book when I was sitting down reading it, it wouldn't happen.
I actually have a friend. I've been meaning to get that book for her because she's been going through this long, drawn-out thing with her 2 parents. They've been like in home hospice for like 3 years. Seriously. And the father finally passed away about a year ago, and we assumed the mom would go, and there she is, and she's confused and really doesn't know what's going on, and she hasn't for 3 years. But she's just still hanging in there.
Right. Well, I think it will be really comforting for you. I think it will be very comforting for Kelly.
Oh, okay.
So I would consider getting her one as well. And for those of you that are listening that don't know what Jillian and I are talking about, Jillian and I are we're talking about my book, Angelic Attendance, and it's what happens as we're transitioning, as we're dying. And it brings a lot of comfort. It's full of heartwarming stories and all these phases of transition that I see when people are surrounded by angels and deceased loved ones. And it not only brings comfort to people like your friend you just mentioned, Jillian, but also I think to your daughter-in-law and her mom. For people who've just lost somebody, it really is very comforting as well. So please consider doing that.
Oh, well, I'm definitely going to get it. Absolutely.
Okay. Terrific. Okay. Well, hang in there. Thanks for calling.
Will. Thank you, Julie.
You bet. Bye. Take care. Bye-bye. Okay, let's see who we have next. I think it's Novella. Hi, Novella. Hi there.
Hi.
How are you?
I am doing good.
Terrific. Please tell everybody where you're calling.
Oh, I am from San Andreas, California.
Okay.
Which is kind of close to Sacramento.
That's right. Right on the San Andreas Fault, probably, right?
No, actually, that goes completely off the other way. We're kind of out of that way, so that's kind of nice. We just got the name.
I've seen it coming down the Cajon Pass, coming into L.A., like from Vegas. Oh, my God. It's just huge. It's huge.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
Exactly.
Wow. So. Well, how may I help you this evening?
Yes, I had talked to you before, and we kind of got off on some other things we were working on, but I have a business that sits in a plaza, and the business has been problematic from the day I took it over. You name it, it's happened. It's been catarwonky. It's been just off. We're trying to sell it at this point, but I was wondering if you could look in to see, is there anything wrong with the property, wrong with the building? Is there something blocking? We just are scratching our heads with this. It's a beautiful little store, but there seems to be something going on with that plaza with not just me, but with other people also.
That people just aren't buying in that plaza, or they are not leasing space? Or?
People kind of come and go. Sales go up and down. There's drama with people. There's kind of like bad luck with some things. It's just off. There's something off with the whole place. It's beautiful. It looks gorgeous from the outside, but we seem to attract some drama with tenants, with other customers, with trolls on the internet, and nobody's really exempt from it in the whole plaza. I just noticed when I'm trying to sell, I've reduced the price to ridiculous amount, and it's like it's invisible.
Okay.
So it's just an odd situation.
Is this a health food store? Am I remembering that correctly?
Yes.
Okay. That's what I thought. All right. Okay. So let's ask the question. Let's see if we can. Let's pull in your spirit guides. How about that? We'll pull in your spirit guides and we'll just quiz them about what you need to do to move this business. How about that? Does that sound good?
That sounds good. We have somebody kind of interested, but now the leasing agents and the sellers are blocking.
Of course they are. All right.
Yeah.
So here we go. I'm coming out to you. Laser beam's heading out to you. Got you. All right. So your spirit guides, you got 7 spirit guides behind you. They all look like different versions of Father Time novella. So they, Dumbledore in the Harry Potter movies, Gandalf in the Lord of the Rings movies, long white hair, white beard, white gown, a old man looking person. And that is not. Hi, Margie. I'm going to mute you, but I'll come back. Margie just joined us. That's what they look like so that I can know who they are. And then when we talk to them individually, they'll morph into different shapes and sizes and sexes and stuff, depending on what life they lived that correlates with how they're advising you in this lifetime right now.
Okay.
So there's 7 of them. So, gang, what's the deal? What does Novella need to do to sell? Okay, I just report what I get. I got raise the price. Okay. Raise the price. You're too low, and people are thinking there's something wrong, and it's a fire sale.
Okay.
So that sounds counterintuitive to me, but that's just what I'm getting. So, are you using a business broker to sell it?
I am the broker. I do have a real estate license, and I'm not in there running the store like I used to. I have a tendency to not feel well when I'm in that store, and it's affected my joints, and so I've moved on to something else, and we have, I'm in real estate, pretty much full-time, and then we're just managing the store. But when I go over there, my joints hurt. I don't feel well. I get just a lot of energy.
Probably mold or something in there. So I got a business broker, not a real estate broker, a business broker. They're business brokers who sell businesses. And if you Google that, Novella, you'll see that there are business brokers, and there are business brokers that specialize in certain niches, but it would be interesting to find when I'm getting a yes, they're telling me that yes, there are business brokers in that health and wellness niche, and that you're not promoting it far enough, that it's it needs to be promoted across the country and people that are in that niche. So that it makes sense for you to explore using a business broker. Okay. So you handle the real estate stuff, but they're going to bring in potential buyers.
Yeah, we just don't have a far enough reach. It's not getting in the right eye.
Not far enough reach, and you need to raise the price, and the business broker will help you price it where it's going to be competitive, but it's also not going to send up red flags.
Yeah. Okay. And is there anything else going on with that building? Like I said, we've had things fall off shelves. We've had staff that is scared if they think there's ghosts in there. It's just been an odd thing. I mean, it's just strange. And people come in and love the way it feels, but there's these odd things that happen.
I think there are ghosts in there, and we can get them out sometime. If you want, and I get that there is a weird vibe in there. I can see it. It's kind of a high frequency vibe. We can clear that out. So either do a private session, or if you want to call back in next week, let's do that and let's get it cleared for you. But I would look into a business broker in the meantime.
All right, that sounds great. Thank you.
Okay,
I appreciate
it. Thanks for calling. Okay, bye-bye. Okay, let's see who we have next. I believe it's Marguerite. Hi, Marguerite.
Hi, Julie.
How are you?
I'm okay. I'm calling from Sacramento.
Okay, terrific. Close to where Novella is.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I called you first time, end of May, and you brought me some comfort. My dad has been on hospice, and I've been caring for him in his home for 2 years. And you said he was in phase 8, and he passed. He passed on June 6th, and so I really miss him, and I just want to see how he's doing, if he has any messages. And I did read your angelic attendance as well. That was really comforting too.
Oh, thank you. Well, would you do me a favor and put a note on Amazon for me? Do a review.
Sure, I can do that.
If you just go to that page, because it helps other people find the book and the information. I would appreciate that. Remind me of your dad's name, Marguerite.
His name is Phil. He had a stroke on June 3rd, right as all of my family was arriving for a graduation party for my son. And then he passed on June 6th.
So he wanted to say goodbye to everybody.
Yeah.
How about that? Wow. Okay. So let me connect to you, girl, and then from you we'll connect to your daddy, and then we can ask him some questions. How about that? How are you holding up?
I'm okay. It's
big change, huh?
Yeah, really more than I expected. So
yeah. Okay. All right. Got you. He's standing right to your right. He said everything was perfect. Everything was perfect the way everything happened. Questions for him?
I guess I don't really have any specific question. I just wanted to see if he had any messages, or he like his twin is already crossed over, and I don't know exactly what to ask.
Yeah, did he have a dog that he was really talking about? Some dog? What dog?
He loved dogs. Yeah.
Okay, he's got dogs around him in spirit form. But did he have a dog before he got sick, or recently?
Well, he had a lot of dogs visiting through hospice, and we had a neighbor dog, and he really wanted a dog, but he had many dogs over his lifetime, and he loved dogs, but he didn't have one.
Well, there you go. So there was a dog that he really liked. I think it was the neighbor dog, but there's something to do with the dog. The dog, he wants you to get the dog like treats or a toy or something from him, which is hilarious that he wants that. So, okay, Phil, what else? Anything else you want to tell Mark?
Well, we'll miss him a lot, and I guess I heard other people asking about signs. I already had a couple signs, I feel. And
did he flicker the lights? He's telling me he's flickering the lights. Did you have lights flicker? Okay, if you haven't, it's coming. He's saying that you're going to see lights flickering, and he's laughing when he's telling me that. Was he a character when he was alive? Was that his personality?
Yeah, he had a great sense of humor, yeah.
He's laughing. I can tell. I can see it. My legs are vibrating on that, too, which is just validation. So he's, when the lights flicker, no matter where you are, he said, you'll know that he's with you. But he says he's with you all the time. And you're just, he thinks you're perfect. He said everything was perfect, and he just said, she's perfect. I said, okay, well, that's what everybody wants to hear from their dad, right?
Oh, yeah, he was a great dad. So just
good.
One other thing, I know we were kind of surprised after he passed. Apparently, he had told my brother that he had a son from a relationship before he married our mother. And so that was really surprising, and apparently he was maybe ashamed of it or embarrassed and never told anyone except for my brother. But we all, I wish he had been able to share that with us, and I don't know the whole story around it, but we're going to try to get in touch with our brother. So
wonderful.
Just
well,
shocking, surprising.
Yeah.
I actually have 4 brothers, not 3, so I was kind of excited about it.
Well, everybody I know that's had that happen, Marguerite, and when they get in touch with the person, if the person wants to be in touch, it's such a blessing. It's just wonderful. It's such a blessing. So
I feel that way too.
Your dad just I guess, obviously felt it was best that he didn't share that with you guys, but I have a feeling that you're going to really enjoy getting to know your other brother, and I'm sure he'll enjoy getting to know you guys too. So good luck with that.
So.
Do you have his contact information?
We're going to get more serious about it now and see if we can locate him. We don't really know exactly if he was adopted, or we don't know the whole story about him yet, but we're going to pursue that.
Let me know how I can help you, because I help people looking for their birth parents all the time with names and stuff. So keep that in mind while you're on the hunt. Okay.
Okay.
And also,
his name was.
I have a really dear friend that's a genealogist, and she's really good. And then she'll call me, and with some family she's working on, she'll say, "Is it this person or is it that person?" And I'll get it, and then that'll lead her to the next step. So if you need help from a genealogist, email me, Julie@AskJulieRyan.com, and I'll get you in touch with my friend Shari, because she's really good. Okay. All right. Well, thanks so much.
Julie.
Again, condolences on your dad. I'm glad you were there with him. Okay.
Yeah,
Take care.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, let's see who we have next. We have, I believe, it's Laura. Hi, Laura.
Hi.
Laura, are you there? Hi, there you are.
I'm great. How are you?
Great. How are you doing?
I was wondering if you have any idea what you can do holistically to improve cataract vision.
Yes, I can.
I can. Cataract.
Yes. Do you have cataracts, Laura?
Yes.
Okay.
Or they say, I guess I do, because my vision's a little cloudy.
Okay. All right. Where are you? Where are you calling us from?
Los Angeles.
Okay. All right. So what I'm going to do, what part of Los Angeles? Los Angeles is a big place.
West LA.
Gotcha. All right. Here comes my laser beam coming out to you, and we'll just do a healing on your cataracts. How about that? So when I watch cataracts get fixed, and I've been in actual surgeries where I've seen this surgery happen at eye hospitals, and what they do is they put a new lens in. It's called an intraocular lens. So the old cloudy lens gets taken out, the new lens gets put in. The right one just got a new lens put in it, has a little stitch on the end to hold it in place. And then there's light that's shown from back behind your eye out through your eye, and then that lens is adjusted. This is an energetic surgery that's happening. Your right eye is worse than your left eye. Is that what you're experiencing?
Right, yes.
Okay,
yes.
Yeah, because it fixed the right eye first. So let's do the left eye now, and we'll go in. So I'm watching that cloudy lens get removed. Here comes the new intraocular lens, stitch holding it in place, lights being shown from the back through the front, being adjusted a little bit. Okay, all right. It is an easy peasy surgery. Is your eye doctor ready to do the surgery on you, and you're worried about it? What's going on?
Well, I don't have a surgeon to do it because I have to renew my driver's license, which I'm concerned with on the vision. But I have multifocal contact lenses now. And they want $8,000 to replace them. And I'm not sure that that's the way to go.
Well, the cataract surgery a lot of times will help distance vision. Not so much the reading glasses. You'll still need reading glasses, but everybody I know that's had cataract surgery doesn't need their glasses for distance anymore. So I would look into the cataract surgery. They do tons of them. It's not that expensive. Your insurance should cover it. And, I would look into that.
Well, I've had multi-vision my whole life. And I sort of am used to it. I don't know if you... What they do with all this...
I would go see your eye doctor and talk to them about getting cataract surgery and how it will correct your vision. How it will help correct your vision. Okie dokie.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks for calling. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
All right. We do this show every Thursday night at 8 Eastern, 7 Central, and 5 Pacific. And the call-in number is 712-770-4160. The access code is 533-677# or hashtag. And several places you can find this information. Certainly on my website, AskJulieRyan.com. Scroll down to the bottom of the homepage. You'll see that. Anywhere you download podcasts, I think we're on 40 different networks, iTunes, Stitcher, iHeart, bunch of them. It's in the show notes. We're also on YouTube. It's in the show notes on YouTube. And then I send out a blog every Thursday, and usually Thursday morning, and it has this call-in information in the blog. And the blog is a question somebody has submitted online, and then I answer it. Now, this week it got a little squirrely because I switched my mail subscriber list to a MailChimp account because it had gotten large and my company that was servicing it before couldn't handle it. So MailChimp did some weird stuff with the subscriber list, and everybody's got to go in and validate that they want to get these newsletters or their blog each week. So when you get that in your inbox, please validate it, and then you'll get my newsletter. So some people may get 2 of them this week because I sent it out of the old system and I sent it in the new system, and so my apologies up front if you got it duplicated. But that's how it works. And then also, while you're on my website, sign up for a private session. You've heard me talk about it with a couple of people so far this evening, and we'll have a whole hour to do a deep dive into whatever you have going on. And it's a lot of fun and really informative, and it's usually really worthwhile. So this is the question that was submitted this week. Comes from Peter, and Peter lives in Columbus, Ohio, which is where I was born and raised. And hi, somebody I think just joined us. And hi, Deborah. I'm going to mute you, and I'll come back. Okay, so Peter said, hi, Julie, or hey, Julie. I can tell he's a kid. Hey, Julie. I know this may be a question that does not have an answer at the moment, but I'm a sophomore at St. Charles Prep School in Columbus, Ohio, and I want to know if I will graduate from there. Thank you. And here's my response. Hi, Peter. At this moment in time, I get you will graduate from St. Charles. Keep in mind, there are many variables that can change that outcome, but right now, I believe you will. I was talking about variables before on this call or on this show. And when we're talking about things that are in the future, there's so many different moving parts on our life, other people's lives that can affect an outcome that our brains don't have the capacity to really comprehend all the possible outcomes. So what I normally do is I ask, is it in Peter's best interest to graduate from St. Charles? And I get a yes. Will Peter graduate from St. Charles? I get a yes. That's at this moment in time. That could change. I went on to say St. Charles is a special place, and I know it well. My dad, uncle, brothers, cousins, and nephews all graduated from there. Obviously, it's an all-boys school. And I was in plays and went to many football and basketball games there when I was at Bishop Watterson High School, which was the co-ed high school that I went to. So my mama didn't raise a fool. I went to the school where my brothers and all their friends and all the boys were when I was in high school. Went on to say, in fact, my late mother, Mary Jo Ryan, and my brother, Jay Ryan, were long-term board members at St. Charles, and my nephew, Michael Ryan, is currently a teacher and basketball coach there. So I cracked up when I got this note from Peter about St. Charles. I suggest asking my nephew, Mike Ryan, for assistance if you need it. Tell him his godmother, that's me, I'm also his aunt, suggested you talk with him. He's very kind. Good luck. Now, Peter is absolutely right in wondering if he's going to graduate, if he's struggling academically. It's the top school in the state, and I think one of the top schools academically in the country. So, Peter, good luck. Get some help if you need it, and go talk to my my nephew and godson, Michael. Okay, let's go back to the phones and see who else we have. I believe Susie's our next caller. Hi, Suze.
Oh, hi, Julie. Thanks so much for taking my call, and congratulations on all the exciting things you have, and happy birthday to your husband.
Well, thank you.
Wonderful. You've got so many great things going on. Well,
I know
I've never asked this question, but I've heard other people ask it, and I've always thought one week I would like to ask about my spirit guides, about who they are and what message they might have for me. I'm feeling a little bit, kind of off purpose right now, trying to figure out my new purpose and wonder what they might have to say.
Okay. Please tell everybody where you're calling us from, Suze.
From San Francisco Bay Area.
Okay. All right. I'm going to connect to you. We'll get your spirit guides on the line here. Okay, got you. Got 7 of them. So they always show up in 7s. It's really interesting. 7 is a number that comes up a lot, and I need to probably look up why. But here, so what's a question for him? Is this a career question you have, Susie, or what kind of question?
No, I guess maybe just how to have more trust that everything's happening the way it's supposed to, instead of feeling sad about outcomes. And I want to trust God in all things, and right now it's a little challenging with some disappointments that have happened, like from my son and stuff. It just makes it hard to trust. And I'd like to trust. I'm just wondering, anything about what they might have to say or who they are and that kind of thing.
Okay, so they just told me to tell you about the future stuff. So I just mentioned that with the question that was submitted by Peter online that I answered about St. Charles. And the other thing that I want to tell you, Suze, is that in addition to us not knowing the outcome of things, we make it all up anyway. Everything that's future, we don't know if it's going to happen or not. We make it up. So why make up stuff that's going to be depressing? Let's make up stuff that's going to be enlightening and fun and feel good, because we're making it up anyway. Right? So let's say your son, doesn't get a job he's looking for, and so we get all depressed and worried and all of that. Well, instead of making that story up, let's make up, well, this is great because the job that he's really supposed to have that he's going to really enjoy is on the way. And he can't, if he's in this job that's not right for him, he can't work for this job that is right for him. Does that make sense? So since you're making up future stuff anyway, make up stuff that's good and that feels good and that is positive. In addition to remembering that there's no way we can know what the outcome of things are. So it's a choice.
Do they have names or anything that you can share?
They do, and I am running short on time, Sue, so let's do that another time with their name.
Right.
But just remember, we're making it up. Let's make up something positive.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, you bet.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye.
Thanks. All righty. We got Deborah on the line. Hi, Deborah.
Hi, Julie. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm good. It's nice to talk with you. Thanks for taking my call.
You bet. You bet. You got a quick question for me?
Quick question. Sorry, I entered the call late. I had phone problems.
Right.
But my dog, Izzie, one of my dogs, Izzie, is having some problems. She's older. She's 12 or 13, and she's having incontinence problems and diarrhea. And I had some energy healing done on her, but we're not getting anywhere with figuring out how to help her.
Okay. Deborah, where are you calling us from?
I'm from Maryland, but I'm calling you from Canada, where I'm visiting right now, from Prince Edward Island.
Okay, so where's Izzie?
Izzie's right next to me. So
she's right next to you. Perfect.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's
Prince Edward Island.
It's bad enough when you're at home. It's really tough when you're traveling. Holy moly. Okay, so getting you on my radar real quickly. Okay, got you. All right, got Izzie. Izzie, what is up? She's saying, I can't control my bowels. Is it a sickness? Her spirit's in her body right now, Deborah. But that's one of the first things that animals always tell me when they're when they're starting to transition is they can't control their bowels. So she's not dying at the moment, but my guess is she's probably working towards that. So I just asked her what you can do for her in the meantime, and she said put a diaper on her. You can get doggy diapers.
That's what I've got on her. That she's had that for the last couple of weeks.
Yeah. She said that's the best thing to do, is to keep the diaper on her.
There's nothing I can do to help her then, huh?
At this time, she's saying that she's to keep the diaper on her.
Okay.
Okay. So, and just enjoy her. Enjoy her while you got her. And I really think she's
definitely trying to do that.
Yeah. I think she's getting ready to transition. Again, at this moment in time, her spirit's in her body, but as sometimes when it's getting close to them transitioning, the spirit will go in and out. So tonight it's in, but it may not be in the morning. So when I ask the question, is she beginning her transition into non-physical, I get a yes.
Oh.
So that can take
so happy and healthy otherwise, and running around and strong.
That can take days, weeks, months. It doesn't mean that it's imminent. If her spirit was out of her body, I would tell you it was, imminent, but I'm not getting that right now. So that's what I'm getting. Well, I'm glad you got the diapers on her. You're ahead of the curve.
Okay. Oh.
Okay.
Well,
thanks for calling in. Enjoy your vacation.
Sure.
Okay.
Thanks, we will.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. With that, everybody, we are out of time. Remember to go online, schedule your private appointments at AskJulieRyan.com. Go on the events page. You'll see about registering for a free drawing for a session. $155 worth of a session, and just follow me on Instagram at AskJulieRyan, write a review on iTunes at AskJulieRyan, and sign up for my blog. If you get the blog email wanting you to verify that you want to continue the newsletter, please do that. And have a wonderful weekend, everybody, and thanks to everybody that called in, and thanks for listening. Bye now.
Thanks for joining us. Be sure to follow Julie on Twitter at AskJulieRyan and like her on Facebook at AskJulieRyan. For information on how you can ask Julie your question, please visit AskJulieRyan.com.